Hello everyone and welcome to Gardening with Ben. In today's episode we're going to be talking about what we've been doing at home and at the allotment, as it's been pretty quiet on here. I've not done a podcast for about a week now and I thought I'd best get one recorded really. So here's what we've been up to. So as you know, at the moment the month is January and unfortunately I don't have a heated greenhouse at home. So I have to either start stuff off indoors or I have to wait until March till the weather gets a lot better to be able to grow stuff in the greenhouse, which is when I usually start growing my seeds. But I thought some plants need that extra bit of time to grow, so I need to get them started soonish really. So I've been experimenting at home. I love to experiment in trying different methods. So the way I've been experimenting is that obviously I explained about I've been trying to grow some lemon trees from seeds, so I've been googling on how to do that, and I've just shared my video on my YouTube channel of how I grew my lemon seeds from scratch and how I got them to germinate, which is quite a tricky thing to do. A lot of people struggle with germinating lemon seeds. So if you're on YouTube, make sure you check out Gardening with Ben and you'll be able to see the video on how I did it as well. So there's some good little tips there, and I managed to get 8 plants germinated. So I've got 8 lemon trees what are growing currently. Hopefully they all grow, but I don't know where I'll put them all once they all grow. And fingers crossed we get some lemons on them, which will be even better for the gin and tonic. So I've been doing that. As that worked, I looked into other methods, and last year I grew some fantastic sweet peas down on my allotment. They were absolutely beautiful. I planted them in the ground around April time, May time, and obviously they take longer to grow and you don't get the flowers for as long, but you can actually start your sweet peas off now so that you get more flowers throughout the summer period. So I thought I'd try some off now using this other method, and the method was to put some kitchen roll in a Tupperware box and place the seeds on and spray it wet and close the Tupperware box. And I thought we'll see how many germinate. Out of a packet of 80, I think we got about 70 germinated, so they've all germinated. So I've potted them back up and they're currently growing. I've got to watch them though, as obviously being indoors they're not getting enough light, so they are looking a bit leggy. So I need to keep an eye on them and see if we can control that and not let them be so leggy. I might actually put them in my greenhouse just to slow them down and to get some more natural light, and just try and protect them a bit from the frost and see if we can get some sweet peas. But I'm going to start another crop off, as they were so beautiful last year, the sweet peas on my plot. I need to make sure I have as many as possible, and the fragrance and the bees absolutely loved them. So we've all got to encourage them to get the bees on the plot. The other thing I've started off is geraniums. Now last year I tried growing geraniums for the first time. I weren't thinking I'd get too much success, as I'd never grown flowers before, so I thought let's give them a try. And it was a packet of about 50 seeds and only about 12 of them germinated, to be honest. I only got 12 plants from them. They're still alive now, and I've taken some cuttings from them to see if I can get them to grow as well. So fingers crossed it works, because I've never taken cuttings before. Flowers is a whole new ball game to me. I've been growing fruit and veg for about 16 years now, but I've never grown flowers, and I thought I need to start learning something new. So they're all growing and they're in my polytunnel at the moment, so fingers crossed they don't die over winter. So I thought the sweet pea method worked, so why not try it with the geraniums? So I've put my kitchen roll in, I've sprinkled the 50 seeds what have been on the bottom of it and sprayed them with water, and after 2 to 3 days literally every seed has germinated, all 50 seeds. So down the sides of my plots, I've got some beds what I've made to have flowers down the sides of my plots to make it look attractive. As you know, growing vegetables can be pretty bland colours, not much colour there. So to add the flowers, it will make it look absolutely beautiful. So if I can get all 50 to grow, I'll be out of this world. I'll be amazed. And the colours what I'll have down the sides of my plot this year will be fantastic. So you'll have to tune in and see what happens with them. I do share a lot of videos on my Facebook page and my Instagram. So if you're not following me on them, check out Gardening with Ben and follow me on them as well. And I often do lives as well on my Facebook, so you get to see me and talk to me when I'm doing my lives. So that's them growing. Next up, I'm going to try lavender using the same method. So I just need to pot up all them geraniums into pots first, or them 50 seeds. That'll take some time because I'm going to have to use tweezers to do it, because they're that small, the seeds. I don't want to grab them by the fingers and damage the roots what are growing on them. But I'm filming all that, so you'll be able to see that later. So I'm going to try lavender this week to see if I can get them germinated. Now this is a packet of 100 seeds. So like the geraniums, if I can get all the lavender growing down the sides of my plot, it'll look absolutely fantastic. And somebody on our plot site is hoping to have a beehive. So what I need to do is get as many flowers on my plot, because I want the bees to go, let's go to Ben's plot, it's the best plot for the pollen, and get everything pollinated. So the more bees you can attract to your plot, the better crops you will get, especially if you've got fruit trees on your plot, because without the bees pollinating the flowers, you won't get as much produce. So the more bees you can attract to the plot, but with flowers, the more success you will have. So if you're not growing flowers on your plot and you've got fruit trees, get some flowers planted. So they're what I'm trying at the moment. So basically that's what I've been up to at the moment. So fingers crossed I'll be back down at the allotment this week. I've planted some roses in the last week. I went to B&Q unfortunately, and I went to the reduced section, which I always do, which I shouldn't do. And I saw some roses on sale from £8 reduced to £2. So they were just screaming out to be bought, as I've got 2 roses what I planted end of last year, which were also reduced, and I thought, why not get some more? They'll grow every year. It's a worthwhile investment if you can get plants that can grow every year and flower every year without having to buy more. Perfect. That is what I like. So I've planted all of them, and some of them had some good growth on them, so they look well. I've shared pictures of them on my Facebook and a video of them, so have a look at that. And yeah, it's been pretty busy, and the job that I'm going to be doing this week will be to build my beds back up, as I've taken them all up. I've been digging over all my plot, so I'm wanting to get the beds put back in place by February at least, because February is going to be a very busy month in my shed, as March and April will be when I'm planting all my seeds. So February, I usually use that month to do any improvements to my shed, fix any issues, any broken shelves, roof, any plastic what's broken off it, fix all my shed up and get it ready for growing them seeds. So that's what I'm up to at the moment. So fingers crossed we'll be back with another podcast soon, and we'll be sharing some more hints and tips. I've got a few ideas lined up, so if you are listening online, make sure you click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all my podcasts, and leave me a review as well, as it's always good to see the reviews from my listeners, as I've only got a couple on there at the moment. So leave a review and leave some feedback for me as well, and ask me questions and I'll bring them up in the podcast as well. So thanks for listening, and until next time, remember, keep gardening.